I was muted. So anyway, there are going to be the stream hasn't started yet. I think there'll be one of those great women's divisions that we love so much before the actual 212 division. But that's okay because there's plenty to talk about until we get to 212. And honestly, I even contemplated doing a 212 live stream in the first place because really, after everything we know based on Keon, the updates, him being 12 pounds up, there's just no one that can, no one that will beat him. It's just, I'd be very surprised if anyone comes close. In fact, what I am anticipating even more is a situation where Keon gets a call out, gets one comparison, and they send him back like 2013 Phil. That that's that's probably what it's going to be. But with that said, I think this division will enjoy. It's going to get a lot of different guys in the mix this year for the top spots. A lot of different faces. I think a lot of things are going to happen at the same time. I think Sean Clarita will probably fall. We'll have a lot of new guys. Madelman, Knee Hat, maybe Giuseppe Zagarello and Kareth Baggio could move up. Okay, but let's get into while we wait for the stream. Let me make sure I have this refreshed and everything. I think we're still waiting for it to start. Okay, stream has not begun yet on the Olympia side, but it's all squared away. Okay. Yeah, and we'll get into some things. We'll talk about a lot of different things. I know 212 may not be as popular as some of these other divisions, but I think there will be a lot of changes this year. Some very exciting changes. Anyway, I think we should just talk about Keon from the get-go because what we are looking at is potentially someone that can place top 5, some will say top 3 at the Open Mr. Olympia this year. So last year, Keon was about 200 pounds on stage. Like plus or minus, I think plus a pound or two. And even then, he steamrolled everyone. It wasn't even close. So now he is just under the weight cap. He did weigh-ins yesterday, and he was 211.9 pounds. So zero 0.1 pounds under the weight cap, which is just about as good as it's going to get. And the improvements, they speak for themselves just from what we can see here. There's this update, which is just crazy. We'll talk about the ab split because that's a problem that I've brought up. I'm like one of the only ones that brings it up. We'll talk about that. But then we also have some improvements to the back, which is his, from a muscularity standpoint, his weakest area. And he's been able to bring that up based on these updates a lot. The width, the fullness to the back, the completeness of the back, the density, and even it looks like the condition and grainness. I mean, if he had to cut heavily and not just a standard prep to get into condition, but a cut to meet a specific weight cap, no doubt this will probably be his best condition ever. And he's just accruing that muscle maturity year by year. And that back, it did not look anywhere close to that last year. And we know that the glutes and hams, just the sheer development is insane. The rear lat spread didn't look like that. The posing's better. Everything's better. It's a battle for second, and it's not even going to be close. And you love to see it. And I'll say it right now, this physique is the best 212 physique of all time. It beats all the greats you can think of, whether that's David Henry, whether that's Kevin English, Jose Raymond, and yes, it beats 2021 Derek Lunsford and any year of Flex Lewis. That may be blasphemous to say, but it's just true. I would already say that last year about Keon. Keon's 2024 Olympia package was already the best 212 physique of all time. Now it's not even up for debate, I think, unless he drops the ball from these updates from yesterday and the days before until tomorrow, today. This will be one of Not just the best 212 physiques of all time, but one of the best physiques of all time, period. I mean, we're already talking about this placing top 5, top 3 at the Open Olympia. But yeah, I think I got a super chat from good old Todd. Keon Mr. O next year. I put a poll in the chat. Um, where do you think this version of Keon that we're about to see would place at the Open Mr. Olympia this year? You guys can vote in that. But I mean, there's a good chance Keon just leaves 212 next year. He's doing the Prague Pro, and at this point, based on all the updates, barring something we see something disastrous happen today at Prejudging, I have him winning that show. I mean, I think we'll get a few other people jumping into that show. Crizzo's the only one that's 100% going to do it. Maybe Nexzilla. I don't know if he's still sponsored by them. He may jump into it. I think Keon beats both of them. Maybe Martin will do it again. Maybe you'll have Samson jump in like he did the other year in 2023. Maybe you'll get a lot of other guys jumping into. I don't know. I right now the early bet has to be Keon from what we know. And if Keon wins his first open show early, and then he can prep and have an off season, prepare all year with open in mind, there's no reason he can't give an open run a shot. I mean, what do you weight more in your mind? Another 212 title or potential top 5, top 3 Olympia appearance? Maybe even winning the show. I don't know if we're there yet. I don't know if he can absolutely win the show without a doubt. But I mean, personally, I'll never win both. But I'd like to think that I'd probably be be focusing on a top 5 finish at the Olympia more than just another 212 title. But you can easily build up a legacy here, but it's kind of a foregone conclusion. Like he knows he's going to win 212 titles after 212 titles. It's just not up for debate. There's no competition yet. And I don't foresee anything in the near future. And new guys are coming into the division all the time. We're going to have a lot of new names this year. So I hope he does compete at the Open next year. And I have a sneaking suspicion he probably will be. Let's see. But we do have to talk about the ab split. It's like Keon's now, it's pretty much his only one weakness. And it is a fairly rough weakness to have, I gotta say. But you know, he gained 10 pounds and it doesn't look that much bigger than it has in years past. And also he can use a vacuum. He does use a vacuum. So it's only really an issue in these most muscular abs and thighs poses. It's not really an issue anywhere else. That's 2 shots. And I mean, we're looking at those poses now. And there's some great elements to kind of mask or cover up that one weak point. Anyway, the stream is live now. Bob Ciccarello's probably kicking us off here. I have it muted. Hopefully they do start with 212. That would be a treat. Got another super chat here I want to read. It's going to be like Hottie. Let me back up. Todd for $5. It's going to be like Hottie going to Open in 2019. He knew there'd be no competition for him in 212. I agree. I mean, yeah, he's already, and if he won't get the credit now, he will. He is the best 212 athlete of all time. And I just don't think we'll see another one like this so soon. So yeah, I think he absolutely should go to Open. Hopefully he kicks that around in his mind. I think Martin said he will do Prague. I hope so. I think a new and improved Keon versus maybe a new and improved Martin. Even their 2 physiques last year would be a great matchup. This year, new and improved, it'd be even better. He's going to win Prague and do Open next year. I think so. I think so. Dylan, I got into bodybuilding after Flex Lewis retired. I don't really get why or how he was so dominant. Can you make some comparison videos with him? Compare him to Keon and Derek? Yes, I can. I haven't done any yet, just because I like having video footage, and there's not a whole lot of good video footage. I mean, it's really just a shame, but we've only gotten modern photography of 9:16 videos, that are standardized. The first time we ever got that was 2022, which is just a shame. So hunting down videos for all these guys that are, usable in the context is kind of rough, but I will. I think just to prove my point of what I'm talking about here, I will make a Keon versus Flex comparison, because I mean, really, there is no comparison. I hate to say it. But I mean, at the time, at the time, I will say he was one of the most complete, well-rounded physiques there were pound for pound, especially in the 212 division. I mean, and not to say that he competed in a weak era, but I mean, like, who was going to beat him? Jose Raymond probably could have a couple of years. I would say that if you're less preoccupied with shape, I think Jose Raymond could have beat him in 2015, maybe another year or two. But I mean, Amanash Kanani, probably not. Uh, And then who else? David Henry, probably not. There's just not a whole lot of like guys that put it all together like he did. Um, let's see. I agree, but something I agree, but it seems to be right on the edge of becoming a turtle shell. We'll see how it goes. But to with that said, he doesn't need to get that much bigger. He's with his proportions and his muscle bellies, he just doesn't need to get that much bigger. Korea, yeah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Eduardo, yeah, he maybe could have. I don't know. I don't know. Um, Mark did flex versus Keon, and it was a blowout. I'm gonna do this comparison myself, but if I can find it real quick, we can go through the pictures. Because right now, a women's division is on. I don't know because just looking at them, they all look the same to me, respectfully. Um, but let's see here. Okay, we can just go through these poses. This was 2018 Flex's last year, arguably his best. 2015 was pretty good. 2013 was pretty good. I think the lighting kind of hurts him. It makes the separation look worse than it was. But no one's beating Keon in the front double, even with flex and balance head to toe, even balance when it comes to the peripherals, like the forearms and the calves. Keon he has perhaps the best X frame of all time. I wouldn't bat an eye if someone said proportionally, this is the best X frame of all time. Maybe not the biggest. Big Ramy would technically be bigger, but if you got in there and measured the angle of the lats to the waist to the quad sweeps, I think proportionally Keon probably has the best X frame of all time, if not like in the running for top five. Same in the front lat spread. The width is just it's just too much. Side chest, I mean, maybe you could give that to flex. I wouldn't. Even like width plays a big factor here through the shoulders. Better chest on flex maybe at this point in time, but I think Keon's is going to be massively improved this year. And the side leg is great on flex, but just even bigger on Keon, which is crazy. He's really improved these glutes and hamstrings, especially from the rear. It used to be a weak point for him. Now it's just like mounds of muscle on top of each other. Side tricep is probably one of these guys' weakest poses. They just never really figured it out. Well, I guess Keon did. Flex never really figured it out. Keon did, but this is where the ab split starts to creep in. But I mean, based on just these two photos that Mark used here, I'll take the side tricep over a front tricep, which isn't even a good front tricep. It's not Sean Roden's, it's not Andrew Jack's. It's not that good. I gotta be honest. And yeah, Keon has that big flaw, but that'd go to Keon. Rear lat spread, I think at this point in time, between these two versions, you know, Flex maybe wins from the back as a whole. Keon's back looks really flimsy, but it's wider. It's wider, but Flex has this density and maturity in his physique. Rear double, I'd probably still give that to Flex for the density and maturity. I think the lighting hurts him, but Keon is again wider, very round, insane glutes, hams, and adductors. Flex is a little bit more crisp. Like these are the closest poses, and there's still cases for Keon. So not a very good place for Flex. And then Flex, even his abs and thighs is not that good, especially with this version. You can make Keon winning, even though an argument for Keon winning, even though he has that roundness to the stomach. His abs are still more defined, and so are his quads. the picture on Flex is bad, but I don't think it's gonna get much better with a higher quality pic. And then finally, I guess probably the only pose you can go with Flex on is the most muscular. I've always really liked it, but even here, outside of the ab split, you kinda gotta go Keanu in a lot of places. I mean, added in the ab split, I'd still go with Flex. So that's like 1 to 7 for Flex. 7 out of 8 go to Keon, and that's stretch. There's an argument for him to win every single pose. I mean, I could do that, but I could do this, but yeah. Um, okay. Hey, bro, genuine question because I don't want to have to pay 74 quid for the stream for a god awful quality stream. Is there anywhere else you'd recommend watching the stream? I can't say that on YouTube. I'm sure there are many people doing illegal activities out there, though. I don't think it'd be too hard to find it. But I don't recommend doing that because that is probably it's illegal where I am from to share this kind of stuff. But that's just what it is. I wouldn't know anyway. I do. That's the thing. I do pay for the stream. I did pay for the stream this year as well. Is it worth it though? Make your own judgment. I mean, we're gonna sit here and watch the fitness division for about since it's only fitness, we may only have to watch it for like 30 minutes because it's a very, very small division. I guess that black backdrop Dan Solomon was talking about was complete bullshit. Yeah, it's almost like he has no integrity and doesn't care. He said that as a joke, pretty much, and I thought it was really disrespectful. I know what you're talking about. He said they're gonna bring a black backdrop. Like, it was shortly after the Detroit Pros, so, this conversation kinda boiled over like it does every year. It's like, "Why can't the Olympia do this?" And then Dan said, "Alright, I've heard enough. We're gonna do a black backdrop." And then, obviously, that was a joke, but, we never even got that. And it's just kinda disrespectful. Why would you even make that joke? Because it's something that fans actually want. Whatever. Um, let's see here. Are these new or old pictures? These are from 2024. We haven't seen the 2025 version of Keon just yet. Do you think it was worth it? Well, I stream it, so it's a little bit different. As a fan, I gotta be honest, I don't think I'd ever pay for a stream. Especially for the Olympia, where there are so many people out there sharing it, I don't ever think it's worth it. But because I do it to stream and all this, yeah, I like it. Um, okay. Um, isn't the 212 stage at the Expo as opposed to all other divisions? True, it is. So I guess we'll see tonight. But I guarantee they won't have a black backdrop tonight. I can almost guarantee it. It would be great if they did. I'd love to eat my words on that, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Manifesting a force field to keep the banning demigods away. Yes, I'm on my best behavior this year because I I did get hit with a copyright strike last year. Maybe for talking mad-ish, but that's what it is. I'm not going to not talk my shit. Um, I'm gonna dip and hit some chest, but hope you have a good stream, man. Thank you, Isaac Stokes. Thank you. Enjoy your chest day. Um, we'll see if there's anything behind the scenes coming in. Let's see. Oh, another guy we can talk about. I guess we should just start talking about other 212 guys. So let me pull another one up here. I want to talk about Kareth Bajo. He placed fourth last year, but Angel Calderon will not be there this year. He had a triceps tear, and he's going to be sitting this Olympia out, even though he was qualified. So Kareth Bajo, you have to think, automatically moves up to third then. Well, I don't think it can stop there. I think this is him in open. And even if I'm not mistaken, he still didn't meet his weight cap, even with this open version. I think he was 5 pounds shy of a 212 weight cap here. So he was like 207, 208 at this Texas Pro he did. And people will say, yeah, he did this open show, but only placed seventh. I think that was still pretty good. I mean, the package here, it was incredible. He still has the issue of the glutes just not being that shredded, that crisp. I think he's shredded overall, but just he doesn't have the cleanest glute striations genetically. But all in all, the fullness, the muscle quality, the shape to the physique, there's no reason this can't be top two with Keon. I'm surprised it's taken him so long so far. And I have to be honest, and this isn't like a personal thing. I love Sean Clarita's physique, but I think he falls this year. I think there are just too many good guys now that are big, developed, and have good shape to have Sean Clarita keep being that number two dude. He's been in the top two for like 5 years, 4 years, something like that. And I get why. I'm not saying he has a bad physique at all. But if there's one thing that is pretty poor on his physique, it's the shape. And there are so many guys that beat him on shape that can also match him on the muscularity and condition side of things. At least get close enough to just win on overall size and shape. I mean, there's not even here's him at the Arnold from earlier this year. Not to mention, last year he was not looking good, and I don't know if he'll be able to recover. I think he's over 40 years old, and he got I mean, he got fucked by Matt Jansen last year, as did pretty much everyone. So he came in with like really small legs. And even here, I'm noticing like they didn't really recuperate that much. He still hasn't gotten his old size back. And I mean, he just has some shots that just aren't that good. And I mean, even in the 212 division, he's small. Now he has like insane condition and quality, but we're entering in like a new age of 212, a rejuvenation where a lot of guys have great quality and are even bigger and have great shape. So what's the argument for Sean at that point? I think he is risking slipping this year unless he brings something crazy where the legs are brought up and the waist is in at the same time, which is incredibly hard to do in a 5'1" frame. And then he still brings that great condition. I think he was talking about bringing a smaller package. It's a rock and a hard place, and it's not. I think he'll fall this year, and it's not because he's getting worse necessarily, although that may be a small portion of why he falls. I think it's just because everyone else is getting better. And again, no shade, no shade. It is what it is. Um, yeah, it is what it is. I think Kareth can beat him. I had Kareth beating him, I think, last year or something. Um, but I want to talk about another guy that was, let's see, that was at the same show that Kareth did, the Texas Pro, but did the 212 division and won. And then he won the Tampa Pro before that. I want to talk about Lucas Garcia. This is one of my new favorite physiques in 212. Let's see. These are all like edits. Is there a good video that exists? Yeah. I don't know what that noise is. Anyway, Lucas Garcia, he is a very short guy. Like he's going to be shorter, than just about anybody except Sean Clarita. I think he's like 5'2", 5'3", if I had to guess. But I mean, and this video, I think it's edited even post the edits that you get from the stage video. So I think the sharpness is really cranked up on this. The contrast is probably turned up a little bit. But Lucas Garcia is like a squashed Kevin Levrone. I absolutely love his physique. And I mean, the muscle bellies are so round. Like it's exactly like Kevin Levrone. He still has details, yet the muscle bellies are so round. The skin lays on the physique perfectly. It's great. It's just maybe on the smaller side, and then the back is not the strongest, but I mean, Sean Clarita probably has the strongest back in the division. We'll see how Keon's looks this year. Maybe he can surpass him, but I mean, after that, there's just not a whole lot of good backs out there because they're younger guys, and it just takes a while to build a good back. Um, but yeah, overall, I predict a top 6 or 5 for Lucas. He just has great shape and great poses anywhere from the rear, and even like I think that beats. It's going to compare very well to Kareth Bosch. I don't know if it beats him, but I mean the rear lat spread is pretty fine if you ask me. The rear double's a little weaker, but I mean how much weaker? I think this guy, as long as he doesn't get like B in terms of just raw size, which I don't think so. I mean, yeah, he's 5'3", but I mean, Sean Clarita has got up to second so many years despite being the smallest guy in the division. I think Lucas, with a much more pleasing look, will have no trouble at all. But what do you guys think about Lucas? Let me take a look here. How would you even judge physique like Rule to Lucas? Yeah, you just kind of have to pick your camp of how you view bodybuilding and just kind of go with it. I don't think there's necessarily a wrong way to view it. Do you have William Martins at the top 2 or beating Keon? Well, I don't think he's allowed to compete on account of him being a godlike physique. Um, we'll talk about Nihat next. Lucas, never heard of her. Well, now you have. um, do you think Sebum would have been as dominant if he hadn't taken advantage of the IFBB's lax hiding, heightening? Yeah, yeah. There's just no one that can touch him. Unfortunately for the rest of the guys, fortunately for Sebum, there's just there's just no one that can touch Chris, and that raw genetic factor. He had it, capitalized on it. Once someone does that, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. But when talent actually works hard, no one's going to beat it. So, yeah. When does the show start? Right now, I think the women's division maybe just wrapped up, maybe, and I think they were only going to do one women's division beforehand. So let's wait and see. It was fitness, by the way. Wonder if any of you guys care. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to Nihat. I said I was on someone else's show, and I said Nihat, that Vietnamese guy. He's pretty great. Not Vietnamese at all. Not Vietnamese. He is Turkish. He is Turkish, or is at least from Turkey. Uh, so rip, rip to me not being canceled, but it is what it is. Okay. So he only did one show this year, if I'm not mistaken, and it was the Dubai Pro, and he beat like a couple of good 212 competitors there. He beat Angel Calderon and basically mini Angel Calderon and Radoslav, whatever his name is, his first name. Very good physiques though. These are Angel Calderon, has been top 2 before, at least top 3 if I'm not mistaken. Um, Boy, one night, what I'd give to just find an actual video of Nihat. I think there's this one at the top, but it's kind of like super edited. Yeah, it's whatever. Um, let's see. I'm gonna pull up the Dubai Pro results. Okay. Um. So he was able to beat Angel, Giuseppe Zagarella, which I forgot about. I guess Radoslav wasn't at this event this year. I guess I'm confusing that from last year. Um, but yeah, Giuseppe Zagarella was sixth last year, if I'm not mistaken, at the Olympia. I'll check. He was sixth. So Nihat is in the top five on paper, and then he beat Angel Calderon, which was third last year. Yes, was third last year. So now Nihat is in the top three on paper, maybe even the top two. I think a physique like this can beat Sean, not on like the sheer bodybuilding qualities, like the graininess of the muscle, but like it's definitely a more pleasing physique. But anyway, 212 is on right now. Um, okay, let's see here. Okay, they just stepped on stage. We got a couple of good guys in the top two. Sean is in there. Lucas Garcia is off to the end. Madelman is in there. Kareth is in there. That's one guy we didn't get to. I think Madelman is going to be a top five guy this year. I think Kareth may even be in danger. Because although he has a good physique that can beat, someone that doesn't have good shape, I think Madelman is just kind of low key an upgrade from Kareth. But I like both a lot. And they're so similar, so it's you can say one guy beats the other. And then once we get these guys into individual routines and then call outs, I'll get some screenshots. Okay, Nihat is in this call out. I think that's Courage Opara off to the end. Not that I don't think he'll be like an incredible factor. And then Vitor from last year, I think he was like sixth or something. No, because that would have been I think it was fifth. Vitor, what is his last name? Let me look this up. Vito Vitor de Oliveira. A long ass name. This guy brought some crazy condition last year. It's kind of hard to tell the condition level because right now they're just bringing out, what is that, seven guys at a time. So you can't really see the finer details. Just who's looking big, who's looking good next to who is all you can really see right now. Just checking. Just let me pop this up. Just checked another stream. Why isn't Keon up there? Because they're just going in numerical order right now. These aren't technically call outs. These are just the guys introduced in numerical order first, and then the judges will get a quick look at them, then put them into call outs after they do their individuals. But here comes Keon now. I'm going to wait to get some screenshots of him when he does the individual, his individual presentation. Right now, we can just get a feel for how he looks against some of the other guys. Unfortunately, we've kind of seen all the guys that are probably going to occupy the top five. Well, he is standing next to Giuseppe. Probably my favorite physique in the division, but I don't. He's probably out of the top six this year unless he's really improved his back. Unfortunately. We'll see if anyone has here we go. Here's Sean from just in person. This looks just like a cell phone video. It does look pretty good. It's just front relaxed. Let's see if they have anything else. Here's Knee Hat. He is kind of missing, and this could just be the photo, but I notice he is kind of missing some density through the chest and shoulders, which I mean, he's 22. He's 22, so I mean, you can't really nitpick him for too much. Condition looks pretty good. A little watery unless this is the photo quality, and it is what it is. We can only see him compared against himself in this, but condition looks good. He's in condition, but looks a little bit watery, which is not the same thing, but that seems to be what's kind of going on. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that video, Sean, because that's actually pretty impressive. Okay, now they're gonna bring these guys out for individual presentations. And I'll keep refreshing this to see what we got here. And then here's what we've been waiting for. What do you guys think? Okay, now looking at this video and compared to Nihat, I think it's just gonna kind of make everyone look slightly watery. And I don't know if it's the camera as much as it's the lighting. But yeah, I love to see him from the back. Wouldn't we all love to see him from the back? Pause. But I mean, from the front, it's just unbeatable. No one's beating that. The waist does look a little wider. It has grown, but I mean, he's keeping it tight. It's not a Nick Walker situation where he can't control it 100% of the time. And a lot of the time, he's using a vacuum too. He's covering up with his hands in between transitions, but it does look slightly wider. Is that a problem? Not really. Okay. We don't have too many guys to get to before we'll see Keon's individual presentation. But yeah, Keon looks kind of soft, right? I think he does look a little bit softer. Also, I don't think the lighting helps as much. Um, but with that said, it just doesn't matter. It does. I mean, it's like I said earlier, something would have to go horribly wrong for Keon to lose. He's still going to be plenty conditioned. I'd be very surprised if he wasn't. AJ Kelly Robert usually gets it out rather quick. I don't know if I'm up to date on his stories. And I think this is just the clip we were just watching. Okay, Kareth is up right now. He nothing really, I gotta be honest, nothing. I really like his physique because nothing stands out, but I know how that's gonna look to some other people. Everything is there, but nothing stands out. Uh, and then the glutes, they're still not etched in like I think the judges want to see. And I think he's talked about this. Everyone wants to see it. I mean, it's not a striated glute contest, but when your opponents are Keon, which brings glute striations, Nihat, which brings glute striations, Sean Clarita, which brings some nasty condition. If you don't have it, then you begin to stick out for the wrong reasons. But I mean, I think physiques like that are going to be. They look so similar. Kareth, Lucas, Nihat, even Mailman, they all look very similar. But what's interesting is Mailman is coming out right now, right after Kareth, and I gotta be honest, I probably prefer his look. I know it's like not as it probably doesn't flow as well, but I think it's just more developed, more seasoned, dare I say. But maybe that little bit of extra flow that Kareth has makes a slight difference. His glutes aren't necessarily crisp either. So I think maybe yeah, the back is not as crisp, actually. The back is not as crisp. Maybe he'll tighten up a little bit, but yeah, I don't think he hit the mark completely from the rear. Kareth's physique looks tired, yeah. What do you think about the lighting? Looks like shit on the live stream. Well, when doesn't it? When doesn't it? Okay, now here's Sean Clarita. You know, I gotta say, I think there is a quad asymmetry, but the quad that's bigger is noticeably bigger than both of them were just at the Arnold. So I mean, I guess it's better to have one big quad than just keep your other quad the same. But I think the legs as a whole look a little bit rejuvenated. And yeah, he has like these great mandatory poses, but I I I just am cautious about how the judges are going to react to his shape and his waistline. Not that I necessarily have a problem with it, but I mean objectively, I prefer other guys' shape. Maybe he can get top 2 again this year. He is so different, you know, and with number 1 clearly being occupied, maybe they just look at, well, he's a clear number 2 because he is so different, or he's so different that he won't be top 2 and he'll be like 5th or something. I don't know. I don't know because he is just so gnarly and grainy. He definitely could take top 2 again. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Sean looks good. His legs definitely look a bit fuller than they have the past year or so. Yes. Yes. You gotta check all the pages for anything else. I don't think there's anything new yet. But I mean, it's yet to have happened. A lot of the we'll get some more videos after the routines come in. But yeah, here's some more pictures of Keon. Yeah, I will say he's not as sharp as from the rear as last year. But you know, why push yourself to 100% when even your 80% wins? And this isn't even an 80% Keon. This is like 90%. So they're still pushing him, but you know, maybe the real focus is on the Prog Pro later this year. Maybe that's where they want to make their statement because I mean, there's just even at the Olympia level, there is no competition for him in 212. Um, but yeah, not as sharp as last year. Not as sharp as last year, I have to say. Maybe, and yeah, I think the lighting is also worse than the past 2 years. So maybe he is not as off as we think he is, but I think he's a few percent off for sure. The he used to have glute striations, you know, but I mean I think he's made some improvements in the back, um, but he's not in the same condition level, so it's hard to tell. Keon's back doesn't look that good as he's soft. Lighting sucks too. I think it's a little bit of both. That's what I'm thinking. Keon is focused on the prog. He could be, yeah. But I mean, front doubles win shows now compared to rear doubles. It's just what the judges want now. They want that shape. And I mean, he's gonna give it to them. Maybe he'll even give him something else at the end of the night. Who knows? But yeah, not as sharp as before. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't win. I think what's more surprising is Sean Clarita might in fact retain his second place. But I mean, even Sean Clarita looks slightly softer than I think even he does on the stream. But anyway, Lucas Garcia is up now. I gotta take a look at this. Lucas Garcia with the fullness. Yeah, I think the lighting kind of is making everyone look a little soft, to tell you the truth. But I mean, still, he looks phenomenal. Great shape in the front double. I want to see him from the back. I mean, again, don't we all want to see these guys from the rear? Yeah, Keon's rear double is not that strong. Rear lat spread is a lot better. Still missing a lot of depth in the back, but I mean, from the front, just such a pleasing look. Such a pleasing look. And I mean, if Keon's the standard where we don't have to have the best backs in condition, maybe that helps, you know? Yeah, think uh I think the lighting is hurting people's condition. But it's a nice look on shot. But yeah, this kind of bothers me. But but to be fair, Keon isn't exactly a saint. I don't know which one I'd call better, but yeah, I mean these are just iPhone pictures, I assume. iPhone pictures in real life at the event, and I don't think. I mean, Sean looked more conditioned on the stream, and the stream isn't exactly doing anyone justice. So I think Keon, with that being said, Keon is actually maybe slightly more conditioned than he looks in these photos. But yeah, we'll see what other people have to say. Definitely the lighting, they miss every year, shaking my head. Okay, okay, well, I do think he's still off, but I don't know how much. I don't know how much. If you guys are just coming into the stream, pause. Just coming into the stream, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe so you can join the conversation. Crizzo might destroy Keon. Black patron. Let's not be hasty. Keon can get more conditioned for sure, but I anticipated him kind of just like bringing in a just an Olympia level package. Not that this is an Olympia level, but like the condition from last year, and then getting bigger, filling out those last 2 weeks into the Prague Pro. Now I don't really know if he can do that. I mean, now he has to also focus on getting conditioned. Do I think he'll still beat Crizzo? Probably, but we'll see. Keon is a tiny tit. Tiny tot, I think you meant to say, but tiny tit works fine as well. JK, but I'm not overly impressed. Keanu's posing different than last year. I think the rear double looked way better last year. Well, last year he was leaning way back. So I don't know. As he fills out the back, he'll be able to change the way he does things. Anyway, knee hat is up now. Yeah, I gotta say, even though the stream isn't like it's never the most high quality. I mean, let's not kid ourselves; it never will be because the Olympia fucks it up every year. But even from what I'm seeing from like pictures on the gram, I think these guys are more conditioned than what I'm showing you here. But I don't dare show the stream out of fear of being abducted. Um, yeah, Sean looked a lot better on the stream even. That's hot. Um, I wonder if has a million followers. I wouldn't have guessed a million followers. Okay, yeah, he turned off tagged. Well, okay. Very interested to see what he looks like. But these things just happened, so it's just rolling in as we speak. Yeah, even Nihat just right there from what I just watched looks more conditioned than this. I think it's just kind of blurring everybody, it's just making everyone look a little watery. Which I mean, Keon looked a little watery to me. Sean looked a little watery to me. So I think a lot of this is to do with the lighting. Maybe not all of it. I think Keon is legit less conditioned than before, but I think the lighting does play a factor here. Of course, because we can't have good lighting. We should be nearing Keon. He was the last one out though, which makes sense. So we'll have to wait till the very end to see what his individual presentation looks like. But we shouldn't be that far away because he was behind all of the good guys substantially. So in terms of numerical the actual number of them. So he was the last guy and then it was Giuseppe before him. We shouldn't have much longer to go. It's a pretty tight division. Not a whole lot of guys in this division, especially at the Olympia level because there are like 2 qualifiers throughout the whole year. The traps on this dude are insane. What a giant head. Pause. But what a giant melon, I guess you could say. Crazy, crazy neck. There are some gyms in 212. I got to be honest. No one sees them compete. Every 212 show automatically pretty much has an open show in front of it as well throughout the year. But so you never just hear about these guys that are actually like pretty good in 212. Like there are a ton of great 212 bodybuilders that just fly under the radar. Um, so here's Niat's individual routine. Yeah, the lighting is just really warm. It's just very saturated. If Keon loses, does he stay 212? Absolutely. Not that he would lose today, because he's not going to. But in the event that like he loses to Sean Clarita today, he would love to come back and win because he would next year. The only reason he would lose this year is because he was slightly off in his condition, but that won't happen. But then at that point he can come back next year with slightly better condition and easily win and keep winning. And I think he'd love to be one of those guys that is, he'd love to be the Jay Cutler of his division, the only man to lose the title and then come back and win it again. But yeah, he's not going to lose. The awful background ruins it. I got to be honest, for this is at the expo. I don't mind what they've been doing the past couple of years where it's pretty much one solid color. I wish they turn off the sparks filter though. I think that's a bit much. But yeah, I mean it's slightly busy, but compared to like what we get at the actual auditorium stage, I'll take this any day of the week. I think that's what's really like I'm saying this is good, but in the reality, it's still way too busy to be a bodybuilding background. But we're so used to absolute dog shit at the auditorium that this by comparison just looks it might as well as be a solid black backdrop. But yeah, I don't hate it that much. 2023, 2024, and now 2025. The expos, even 2022 was okay, a little bit brighter. They've been for the classic and 212, they've been pretty okay. Okay, now here's courage. That means we have like one call out left of guys. So I think like 5 or 6 more guys before we actually see Keon. Dude, the background is so bright it's almost white. Not as bad as 2022. 2022 was like bright blue. But yeah. Oh, Ash delivered my screenshots I've wanted. Thanks, Ash. We love you. Everyone thank Ash. Hopefully I don't get absolutely decimated by a copyright strike. But I'm going to put these together. How easy can I do this? Yeah, the stream is not just in the good, it's not in the best quality. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. But I mean, it'll tide us over until we actually get like videos of these guys. Okay. Um see, I wanted to Courage looks good too though. Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's just back looks undersized. Yeah, he was even kind of like undersized for classic. But let's see here. Here is Here's just some screenshots from the stream. Not the most high quality, but if you want to see him top to bottom, not just from a knees up angle in the audience, here's to get the full idea of him of knee hap. But hopefully we get some more videos rolling in. It's been a few minutes now, so you would hope. Okay, RX Muscle has some good photos now of knee hat. Everyone, all eyes seem to be on knee hat for real. Um, yeah, he does look a little bit watery, and I don't think it's just the lighting. My opinion is evolving as the situation progresses, but as I just don't know what it looks like, and I don't know what it looks like in person. 22 though, 22. But what do you guys think? Is this is this second place? Everyone hyped this knee hat guy up. Oh, he's going to be second to Keon. He's the next. He's going to take the mantle after Keon. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. Not that he doesn't have it, but it's. I don't think he's placing second today. I don't think he's placing third today. Not in a bad way. He's really good, but here's an interesting comparison. Here's yeah, as you can see, there just used to be more lines than the glutes. And the posing is different. He's leaning way more back. And even the leg is thrown back a lot more. So are the shoulders and everything. Okay. Yeah, a little bit watery. I don't know. Maybe they just got a little too comfortable. Maybe it is the lighting. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Let me pop up some more screenshots. Okay, here's a couple of screenshots again, just to kind of get not the best quality, just to kind of get a glimpse of the overall top to bottom stature and physique of Lucas Garcia this time around. Great shape in the front double, great shape. Back is definitely missing density, but he was in condition. He was definitely in condition from what I saw, in the stream. Hopefully, I'm most eager to see a video or some in person pictures of Lucas Garcia. Anyway, Giuseppe Zagarella is up next. And I want to see an up close look at his back because, I mean, structure wise, everyone talks about knee hat and, all this. Yeah, he has the time on his side. But in terms of just raw structure, Giuseppe Zagarella is perhaps the best. He's one of the taller guys. He's probably 5'6", something like that. But his structure is insane. But yeah, the back is just not filled out. It just lacks a lot of detail. The rear lat spread is pretty good from what I remember. It's decent enough here, but he doesn't have the lat insertions are kind of high, and he just doesn't have the development yet. He's a little very bottom heavy, a little slender up top. But I mean, crazy quads, absolutely crazy quads. Great details from the front, but yeah, the back is gonna hold him back. I mean, Nihat did beat him at Dubai. He probably does, but in terms of just like raw structure, I probably do prefer Giuseppe. And then now that should be Keon then. Keon should be the one that comes out next. Yes. Okay. So my raw thoughts of Keon's individual routine. Walking out. They've got the boxes. Everyone stay in your box. Okay. X-frame. We know how that's going to look. I really want to see him on the stream from the back, though. He's got lines in the glutes from the side. I don't know if they're as prevalent as last year's, though. We'll have to wait for some Gilco footage for that. And we'll see if he keeps posing his back like that as well. I mean, the Christmas tree is pretty decent. He is kind of still like opening up on the back pose, which it's not the worst thing. I don't hate it, but I mean, I think I'd love it a lot more if the condition was a little better. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he'll get beat from the back by someone like Sean Clarita, but not in the lower body, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't see this losing. It's not maybe he did lose, he did botch the final days, the final hours of his prep. It became a little too full. But this is something that could be rectified in a matter of hours. I mean, tonight he can come back like even tighter. But we'll see how they have the call outs. We'll see who they're having in their first call out. Very interested to see. If I had to guess, which I'll guess right now, it's probably Madelman, Keon, Sean. Nihat will probably get the nod. Kareth. And if it's a 6-man call out, Giuseppe again. If I didn't already say that. Yeah. Not that there aren't a couple of guys that can break in there, because again, there are just so many like hidden gems in the 212 division. But we'll see if we have any videos now. I'm sure everyone's freaking out now that we've got Keon on this. Okay. Edited. Gannicus's things are always like really, really sharpened up. Shut up. Why are you so loud?
It was that loud.
You are literally blasting out of my eardrums. Hold on, let me see if I can turn you down.
Oh wow, that is shit. Let me go turn you off. Pause on my TV. I got you up there trying to support your ass. Hold up.
I don't think I'm automatically okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll turn you down. Turn you down, son. Don't worry though. Have you been watching this shit?
Yeah, been watching. Been looking for my motherfucking Fire Stick TV so I can watch it in here instead of on my phone.
Yeah, I've been watching it on my TV as well. I moved the TV.
Yeah, that's what I did. Pete did. I did that. Had this bitch over here, and yeah. So,
well, we're just about to get our first call out, Marcus.
I think you called it right. Honestly, I'd like to see the what's his name? The Giuseppe.
I love Giuseppe. First call out is Courage's first call out.
Oh, shout out to Courage. He used to be old school ass, man. Mr. Phantom of the Opera.
So it's Courage, it's Keon, Courage, Nihat, Kareth, Sean, Lucas. So no middleman, but I love Lucas. So it's Keon and Nihat center stage. No, they're moving them around. Sean and Keon center stage. It's been this way the past 2 or 3 years now. I gotta be honest. Not that I don't like Courage, but I think I was more impressed with Middleman. Call me crazy.
Yeah, I'm curious if they're gonna move him out.
What do you think about Keon's condition?
I think he's gonna look better at his at the night show.
You know, it's not bad.
No, I mean he's not. Nope. I mean
he's not last
next
year.
To Clarita, it's not bad at all. And Clarita is known to come in super conditioned.
I think there is something to say. The lighting does make, especially like from all the in-person pictures I've seen, I think they all look slightly watery. But I mean,
and that could be tons of different, things.
Right. You know, Marcus, I thought you had died. I literally, and before you came on here, I was like, man, I wonder what Marcus is doing right now.
Wait, first off, I've been behind the scenes in the studio for the last 20 minutes.
Why didn't you call me?
I texted you. I didn't want to interrupt or anything.
Oh, how kind. I'm gonna pop up some Keon screenshots from the stream, courtesy of Todd. Shout out to Todd. Todd's a real OG of the channel. Okay, give me just a second. I feel like my stream is in the best quality because I've seen so many screenshots from the stream now, and mine is like it's pretty high quality. Is yours crisp? Is yours crisp and clear?
Mine looks, it doesn't look bad. I mean, I don't like when it's, this zoomed out, but
they'll break it off. Do you think it'll be a top 2 call out again? Well, think it's close enough for that? Do you think it even matters?
Yeah, they can't. I think they should do that because it's not like. I think if Keon was like looking, dang near superb, all right, but
right.
I mean, Clarita does look like he has him in the conditioning right now a little bit. They
for
did
sure.
Move Courage to the outside, by the way.
Yo, Lucas for third? Question mark.
Oh, homeboy to the right of Keon.
No, Nihat. You'll enjoy this. Oh, I called him Turkish. I called him Vietnamese yesterday on the show.
Yeah,
he's Turkish.
Holy hell!
Yeah, that's rough. My stream's lagging. I don't know about yours.
No, not yet. You got that EBT Wi-Fi, man.
I do got that chat EBT.
I did the 30-day. See what it's like to be full white. That's what I did.
Look, it's not like I don't like Nihat. I just prefer. I definitely, I miss the hardness and the density.
He just has. I really like his shape, man. I like his shape.
And you don't like Lucas's shape? Lucas
looks good too. Don't get me wrong. It's just I lean towards Nihat shape. Honestly, I think he has this roundness that I really like. And man, to me, it's a little bit more comparable, dare I say, but comparable to
he has more of the qualities.
Shape of yeah. Kareth, man, he has the size for this, but it's just I don't know.
There's just no like wow factor about him.
There is, but not right now. I think, and it sucks whenever you move him to the side, because even when they moved Courage to the side, it automatically makes the physique look less appealing because of
well, to be fair, I don't think Courage should be up here.
I mean,
not that he's like bad. I think he's a top 10, but I would have put Madelman in here. Big fan of Jose Burberry, but I forgot his back was a little watery, and that one it's definitely
that's
was
the one
just
guy we were
lighting.
talking about on a stream.
Yes, he's gonna be. They're probably gonna move him center stage for second call out though, because he's in the second call out. I don't know a whole lot of these other guys, but it's Giuseppe, Vitor, who was top 5 last year, and Madelman are the standouts here. We'll see how they move him around.
I gotta find my Fire Stick remote, man.
Yo, I gave your mom that Fire Stick.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you would.
I'm gonna get your stream unmonitored. I'm gonna get you reported.
Oh, I think Rep 1 has some good stuff. Yeah. So we got some good pictures from Keon here. They're killing it with that early coverage. 19 seconds ago. Oh, it's just one picture. Nice. Never mind. I lied. But there are plenty of pictures of Sean Clarita.
Rightfully so. Yeah, Clarita is
I mean,
I think the lighting is doing something interesting with it, but he looks like he's in pretty good shape, man.
He does. Dare I say, like, this is not off from where he was winning when he was winning. But the division has changed around him, and I mean, no one can beat Keon when he's 80%. And I still think he's 90%. So
yeah, I don't think they're gonna do a one man, like a one man thing. Like
here's your knee hat guy, the guy that you love so much. Good old no lines knee hat.
Look at that chest, man. Look at upper body. The lower body.
I mean, this is okay.
This is good, man. Look at, come on. All right, that's impressive.
Lucas for third. Come on. Get with the times. This is Lucas Garcia territory, this channel is,
Yeah. This whole bias boulevard.
Yeah. Oh, that's the stream. I'm not going to show that. I'll get assassinated.
Almost spoke that one into existence.
We can only hope. This video I have up here right now, Keon doesn't look too out of condition. He's not out of condition. But
no, he looks. I just think it's gonna be a little bit more dialed in.
He may get tighter. Pause while they pose, because I don't think he's that far off. He's just
no.
Maybe drank a little extra water. Maybe he got thirsty backstage. Couldn't help himself. I know you're a thirsty boy.
Man, yeah, I pee a lot, man. I got
tell me more about this.
I'm thirsty.
I got some private chats from you. You're binge.
I'm one of those water juggers.
Excuse me?
I'm one of those water juggers. It sounds crazy, right? I'm just I do the little gallon so I can actually make sure I get my water in.
Oh yeah, you carry around the jug.
Yeah. It's colored though. I mean, it's not the little white one, so
like yourself.
Yeah. I feel a little bit better doing so. I mean, it's a little bit tinted so you can't see what's in the glass, kind of thing.
Ooh, okay.
That was a triple entendre, by the way.
It's kind of hot.
The people out there, the minorities know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Half of Dylan knows.
Yeah.
The project side of Dylan knows.
That's where the
bodybuilding. The project side of Dylan. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, what is the point of an 8-man call out? Or is it 7?
Yeah,
I can't tell who's on the line or who's not. It's
if
7.
you're giving them fair game to move around, I'm for it. But then you need to cut it. Like you need to do like, all right, eventually do a 4 and a 4 then. So I get if you're trying to give them the just do, put them on stage next to each other, but move them around, things like that, and then see.
Yeah, but, never mind. Madelman should not be beating Courage. There were some other good guys. I was just saying, I don't know if you watched this part. There are a lot of like good gyms in 212. There are a lot of guys that you've never even heard of that are crazy.
Yeah, yeah. There, and that's very true. It's sad that it's such a slept on division, to be honest. It's very slept on, barely have any shows, as some of these guys look the most impressive.
Yeah.
If your eye is for, more open, more, shapely big dudes.
Right. And usually they bring the pretty good condition. A lot of them
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I think do you think they'll do 2-2 for the top 4? So Sean and Keon and then Nihat and Lucas?
They could do that, yes. And they've done things like that recently, haven't they? I feel like they've done that recently
They
in
did
shows.
Keon and Sean last year. Yeah, but they have been doing that in shows a lot. They've been doing a lot of
Yeah,
2-2.
they've broke it down. Yeah, so I like that. You can depending on how that top 5 or 6 is looking, but this is looking like it might be a clear. Now I can't say that because I do want them to do a 2 and then maybe like a a little bit more, not just a 2 and a 2 though, because I feel like right now anything can happen with that 4th, 5th spot.
Let's see. I have some images I want to pop up of the call out. I'll zoom in on the top 4 for now, just to make these a little more clear.
The issue is with Keon's overall just shape. He's not. It's good. He is kind of. It's getting to the point where if he really
Unbeatable.
wanted to, yeah, it's gonna get to the point to where if he really wanted to, he could stay here and just rack up.
Yeah.
Don't think it's the smart. It is smart. Don't get me wrong. However,
Right. But I mean,
he has.
what's worth more in just terms of actual earnings?
Yeah.
I think you get
because he wants to.
40,000 if you win the 212 Mr. Olympia. Mr. Olympia.
And if you compare that to like what 6th place at the in the men's open,
Right. I'm gonna do
you're probably getting more at men's open.
Okay, let me pull it up here.
Or dang near the same.
For 212, Keon got $90,000. Okay.
Okay, it's not bad. Not terrible. Not great.
5th place, Andrew Jack got 35,000. 3rd place, Derek Lunsford got 100,000. So he'd need to place 3rd. To. But
I'm shocked they got 90,000.
But what about the sponsors that come with that, and all the is 5th place in terms of social media presence in the Open worth more than 1st place in 212? Because he's at the top in 212, but there's not a whole lot of eyes in 212.
It depends, because you could say, so if you compare it to someone who's in, like, say, a random person gets 4th or 5th or 7th, there could be a huge disparity there. So that's kind of the issue, to where it's like, so Andrew is one who, off rip, he might have that the upper echelon of sponsorships and be a standout guy, to where, say, if it was Martin or something like that, not to say Martin, because Martin, he's doing good too, but it can make a difference. So it's hard to say. But yeah, personally, I would want to stay and have a little dynasty, but that's if I was the person. Now, being a fan of the sport and having such faith in Keon and his shape, yeah, I want to see him go up and play with the big boys' balls. But I want to see him, see how he can fare with at Prague, and hopefully a lot of these guys actually go in and join Prague.
Now, do you think he'll tighten up for Prague? Because initially I thought he was going to bring the condition from 2024 and then basically just fill out and then be less conditioned at Prague. But now it seems like he'll have to do kind of both.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where mistakes can be made, right? So if he goes into Prague and tries to really, fill out, and say something happens where, it's a detriment to the physique that's on stage that we're seeing, that's being presented to us, then you fucked up. You know what I mean? So you can't really, you got to play the game safe. But I mean, looking at these pictures, man, it's like Clarita still looks very good. So that's
Todd's more concerned about other guys joining Prague. I would agree. Okay, here's the top call out, the final call out, if you will. It is a top 4. It is a call out of Nihat, Keon, Sean, and Lucas. So
looking
yeah,
at them closer, I'm with you.
they'll do a top 2 tonight. They'll at finals. This is what they usually been doing. They'll top 4 tonight. They'll start out with the top 4 at finals. They'll probably break it down 2 and 2 at finals.
Yeah, Lucas is it's way. It's he's definitely. I think he's third right now.
I'm one of those Lucas disciples.
No, yeah, he looks. I mean, the issue is when they have it closer like this. Yeah, no, I mean, Nia has great shape and things, but especially in the upper body. However, there's just this gnarliness that Lucas has. Man, look at the density in that back.
Yeah, Nihat kind of has a Derek Lunsford problem going on. Like great lower body, but I wish there was just more density
Yeah,
and maturity up
I
top,
feel like
even
he
in the
must. Is he
back.
younger? Is he younger?
He's at 22.
That's why. Okay, yeah. So I
Yeah,
mean, so not to take anything from Nia at this point, being 22 and having that physique
first
is.
Olympia top 4, maybe even top 3.
Yeah, that's wild. That's good for him. As the other guy got that hairline going on, so he might be a little bit older.
Maybe not. Maybe he's like 19.
Yeah, to the right.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, look at the most muscular on Lucas. I mean,
Yeah.
not that I mean, I get why people would place Nihat ahead of him, and I think he might do it. Lucas just has such a pleasing look all around. I think if this is going to sound retarded, but if he was in classic, Lucas would absolutely win. But I think I may switch my opinion now. I think Nihat may pull it out. I don't know.
Really?
Pause.
See, look at them like that. Yeah, it's hard to say. I thought. See, I changed the other side.
Yeah. I like Lucas more. I really do. I like the overall look he brings more, but like pose for pose, I think Nihat may have him on more poses. But if they're going for more on an overall look thing, it'd be Lucas.
Yeah, yeah,
That was quick though. They made their decision quite quickly.
yeah. And did they even give the other guys another call out? After them,
No, don't need it. Don't need it. They've seen enough.
it's messed up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, as you're shaking and baking, like Courage was put to the outside. Like you kind of had to compare them guys. I feel like, at the very least, Carrot and Courage.
Gareth's courage sucks. No, he doesn't.
Bob
He's
always
pretty
got
good.
them just.
I have it muted. I don't listen to Bob. What do you think about Bob's shirt tonight?
That's what I was talking about.
I
That's what
thought
I'm
he was
referring.
wearing a this morning. I thought he was
Yeah, look
wearing
like
a
Miss Vegas, Mr.
yeah,
Vegas.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah, look, wearing a little sachet. He's wearing that uncle that you don't want to wear your girlfriend type outfit, man. You're gonna smell like
More
a lot
like
of cologne and do a little bit too much flirting.
right, but to be fair, it's not the uncle that she wants to be around either. It's not Mr. Steal Your Girl. It's Mr. No, I'm gonna steal your girl as in a kidnapping. But
Bob.
let's unpack what we saw today because there's not a lot to get into. I don't think. I think it may have been slightly different from what we expected, but nothing really changes. I had Lucas and Nihat in my top 5. They're going to be top 4. Sean, I still probably had him in top 5, but like 5th, maybe even 6th. I thought
Oh
he was going
wow.
to take a slight fall this year. He holds on.
Yeah.
He held on. He's good. He's a clear second. And then Keon's a clear first, even though he missed the condition a little bit.
Yeah. I think hearing what he said about like I'm gonna kind of play my game at the presser, that gave me hope for Sean as far as
I
he's
think
not
that's what
gonna
he should
try
do.
to. Yeah. You run your race. And I think it worked for him because I don't think it's like this, like, as crazy as we thought it was going to be as far as the difference.
Man, I really do like Lucas. I hope he pulls it out tonight. Pause. I hope he pulls it out tonight. Unpause. But what do you think? What do you think pose for pose between him and Nihat?
See that post report, like just their presentation on stage. I feel like Lucas just has the more dense, more mature, grainier look.
Right.
To where yes, Lucas has this polish to him. He has good shape, but I think when you're going up against the likes of a Clarita who has that, ah, you're. I think that Lucas might fare a little bit better with the people who are in front of him.
Yeah, but let me play devil's advocate. Nihat is bigger.
Yes.
Actually, no. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm back to my original opinion. I'm more excited about this than the actual top two because I think it just kind of is what we've been seeing. In terms of like pure raw bodybuilding, Sean may actually be the winner still, which is crazy to say, but it's not just that, and the judges want the great shape and the great structure, and Keon's
Yeah.
pretty complete at this point. I'm more focused on third and fourth. Great props to
Yeah.
Sean though.
Yeah. Climbing back up. I like that. I mean,
Is that a
if
short
it ain't
joke?
no, 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 no. I don't make fun of people's height, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. That's messed up.
okay. I was just making sure you were being respectful.
Yeah. I respect y'all.
Yeah, I wish you'd respect me.
I said I respect y'all. You're in there.
By the way, guys, I did invite Jake. Busy. He said today and tomorrow super busy for him. Couldn't come. Right.
Oh,
Okay. That guy, we got to do something about him. I think there's some good stuff going on rep 1. How do you feel about that rep 1? That's pretty much the only rep number you get to be fair.
yeah. I'm a one rep maxer, man. I go for broke. I don't do all that. Who does reps, man?
Man, Sean's pretty.
That's what I'm saying. Sean is very impressive. Like, don't get it confused. Keon is still the man, but Sean looks like the pictures are going to do Sean all sorts of justice.
I think that, yeah, but I think the stream actually did him even more justice. The comparison rounds did him justice as well. I
Yeah.
think the absolute quality isn't like not even Keon has the muscle quality of Sean. The roundness and
Yeah.
things, sure, but like in terms of just like the fibers, the striations, the hardness, the density. I mean, I don't even know if anyone in open has it.
It's like a super maxed physique. The only one I could think of that has a similar situation going on is like a Bonac,
Nick
as far
Walker.
as
Oh yeah, that's true.
the square mile. You know what I mean? Like muscle per square mile kind of situation. Like the muscle takes up a lot of space on both their physiques. So that's the only one I can really find comparable in open.
Let me brighten this up.
Yeah, it's a little dark. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, don't like them dark.
Oh, I thought you did. See?
Oh,
No,
that's true. That's true. I'm always down for an ebony queen.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, even here, like when the quality is from the actual photo is stripped away, you can just see the difference between Sean and everyone's back. And with that said, I got to be honest, I think Lucas is back and the overall pose looks better than Nihat's.
Yes. I agree with that. That's what I'm saying is I kind of was in the beginning looking at it as far as shape. Nihat looked really good, but especially chest, upper body, that top shelf area. But man, there's this density that it looks like big brother and little brother up there right now.
That's kind of hot. No, that's the
Wow,
stream.
Mr. Intamin says Sean is beating Keon for me.
That's not a crazy thing to say
I
because
understand why people say
I understand.
yeah, I get it.
I wouldn't agree, and I certainly wouldn't think that's where it's going to go. But in terms of just like raw bodybuilding qualities, Sean is better. Looks like they're about to kiss here. You see this? Right here?
Yeah, that was a moment. Who is this?
That was kind of hot.
They gave each other, I think, T-shirts at the press conference yesterday. That was very.
I heard they were swapping spit yesterday.
No, I thought it was sweet, man.
Okay. I thought it was sweet.
You said you can go both ways with that too. You thought it was sweet. So either which community I'm fine with right now. I thought it was sweet, or I thought that shit was sweet. Just matter, it's delivery. Milo Minx agrees with you, by the way. Hope they kiss later. Keon looks off. Keon not even close to open, guys. Oh nah, that's where I gotta disagree. I think that, don't get me wrong, Keon's not. I don't think Keon's touching the top 4 person right now, or 3. I don't think he'll be there, but I think he'll be able to be close to that first call out, heading the second call out. The issue is if you put him next to a monster like Andrew, then what happens?
He looks like his baby brother.
Yeah.
He looks kind of like Kimbo Slice.
Project Homo building. Yeah, facts. And I stupid comment. Urs beats Keon. That I gotta disagree with personally. I get why you're saying it, especially considering you feel like Clarita is winning. So I understand your thought process.
You know what an upset that would be? What if Steve Weinberger's like, I've had an epiphany. I don't care that much about shape anymore. Sean Clarita wins.
Games be dead. He would probably be that 6 to 8 placing. Yeah. Urs is not beating Keon easy there. Nah. Urs looks.
I gotta be honest. I don't think this beats Andrew Jacked.
No, that's what Andrew Jacked is he's the one where that's gonna be the toughest, especially how different their physiques are.
I think Keon beats Derek.
Is Mr. Intimate said Urs looks like an action figure. And what the hell do you think about Keon? Keon looks like an action figure.
Keon looks like a blow-up doll.
With
this condition? Yeah, with this condition, please. So many Keon haters in the chat. Has one slightly off showed and everyone jump ship. Yeah,
you'll see that.
You will see that. Andrew is 10 inches taller and 80 pounds heavier. It wouldn't be close. That's just what it is, though. I don't know about that. I don't know about those numbers, but yeah.
What's the height difference between Keon and Martin?
Probably
like 2 inches, 3. No, probably 3.
No, because Martin's actually slightly taller. He's like 5'8", 5'9".
He's Martin's 5'7".
For bodybuilding. No, because Nick is like 5'7", and he's taller than Nick.
Okay, maybe he's itching at 5'8". Yeah.
Okay, 5'8".
He said in a video.
Well, let's stand him next to Mike Sommerfeld, but it's going to be kind of hard to tell because like Mike is like 6'5".
I don't think Urs will even crack the top 10.
I don't have him in my top 10.
No one was on shit, but he's overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I think that people might be hyping him in the open.
The career just started. Yeah, I think people are hyping him in the open. Like I did a comparison. That guest posing that he did at next to Samson, he looked like his little brother. And yes, that is partially a black joke. He just looks like, he can't stand next to someone like Samson. And a lot of people out there are saying Keanu's the best bodybuilder in the world. Well, no, that's objectively false. So he has some work to do, but he doesn't. I mean, he's running his own race. He'll win today. He'll win tonight. And if he wants to go to open, he can. Do you think he should stay another year or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
I think that what he's doing is the smartest thing for him in the sense of that Prague show to really feel it out. I think that for the sake of his, his future, he's already at the limit of 212. So that would put me in motion of wanting to go ahead and, all right, let me get this and see how I fare and make that decision then. But it really just depends. Who he can beat up there, that
the abs are already filing for divorce. What happens when he gains more weight? So true. It's his only flaw when he's on. It's his only flaw, but it's a pretty bad flaw to have.
Yeah, I feel it, Patron. But the thing is, we see that happen to Samson a little bit as well. Just a little bit.
if Sean can beat Regan, then Keon can beat Chriso. I think an on Keon can beat Chriso.
Yeah. That's the thing
Especially
is on or
Keon's
off.
posing is underrated. Chrisos is some of the worst I've ever seen. No, but for his level, it's pretty bad. And it's probably never going to get better. Whatever Keon be, I can bet my life he's going to be better than what Derek became after switching. So true. So true. Derek Haters Club checking in. Yeah, I'm looking at these pictures. I'm back on the Lucas train against Nihal. I never left, but I was on the caboose. Man, Lucas is... You know, I'm going to fuck around and put Lucas in first. How do you feel about that? Yeah. Third is great, though. I don't think this is his first Olympia.
Very good, yeah.
Garcia. I thought he was here like in 2022. Maybe not. No, I think it is his first Olympia. It is. Top 3, your first Olympia?
Can't be mad at that.
No. Well, I think that's really all we have to say today, Marcus. Thanks for now. Will you be back tonight?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be back. Try to be back. I need to get this TV in here working so I can actually multitask.
That Keon hate reminds me of when Phil was winning.
Yeah, and you're gonna see that. I think people tend to like. I think it comes with the territory, man. Everybody has their opinions, and they just want to. That's how they want to see things.
Right. Well, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for us right now. Marcus, we'll be back. What did I text you? We'll be back tonight.
Milo Minx wants to know how long until the finals. Let your people know,
yo,
man.
let me finish. Give
back. No, give back. Give to the people in here.
Stop edging me and let me finish.
Shout out to Milo.
We'll be back tonight. Man. We'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a little bit earlier. It's 6 at Vegas time, but 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in about 7 hours.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was 7 EST.
No, I'll pull it up right now.
Nah, but I know.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I hope it is earlier.
I'm wrong. That's 3 a.m. for me. Milo, where the hell do you live? It's 2
Europe.
for me. Oh, shout out to Europe, man. All the Europeans here. I love it.
Friday.
No way I stay up for that.
Olympia Finals, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 p.m. Vegas time. Add 3 hours. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You saw that 3 p.m. sharp VIP send-out photo opportunity.
All righty.
Return to my slumber because that's like 5 a.m. in the FMO.
You do that, Ash. We need our only moderator here working overtime, providing screenshots and everything else that we may need. Thank you, Ash. Thank you for your service. Thank you for Todd for all the super chats and then also sending me screenshots as well. Value members of the
someone got a question for you.
Where?
John Hyatt. I think this is
that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
This is clearly a question for you.
It is. It is a question for me.
All right, stop calling Black Patron. I'm pretty sure it's Patron.
Black Patron. I like it.
You kept calling.
We're civilized here. We're civilized here. I don't drink that Patron. I'm a patron of society. Anyway, that's going to do it for us in this live stream. Hit the like button. Subscribe on your way out the door. We will be back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you there. Marcus will be here as well. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later tonight.